Hello to my future self. Today is Saturday, June 12th, 2021. We had a heck of a storm last night, so lots of damage to talk about, and we'll look at the progress that we've made on the garden this last week or 10 days or so. So here is my lettuce, some bolting. Some of it still looks okay. We'll hold on a little while longer. And some kale. Kale has come back beautifully since last time I cut it back. These are my Brussels sprouts. I'm going to have to thin these out. A few of them have really taken off. We'll take out the little bitty ones and give the bigger ones a chance. Maybe we can try to relocate some of these. This is the Costa Romanesca zucchini that I transplanted about 5 days ago. It was laying down looking pretty sad in the heat yesterday, but it sure bounced back this morning. I see lots of flowers coming out, all male, but the girls will be coming soon. We've got some bolted radish that I'm leaving so we can eat the seed pods. This is some bolted mustard, the purple mustard. I'm going to let that go, at least one of them, to harvest the seeds. I'll be pulling those out soon. That's my Joker lettuce, and down here is my Joker lettuce and Marvel of Four Seasons lettuce that I planted very late in the season. I may not get anything out of that, but fun to play with. Carrots are looking pretty. This is my other bucket of kale and my other bucket of lettuce. Still looking pretty good. Back here this week I put in a lot of perennials that I started from seeds. They were pretty late getting in the ground. They spent a lot of time in their little bitty cups. We'll see what happens. I don't expect flowers off of those this year, but next year this area should be lovely. I do have a few candy cane striped zinnias in there. We'll see how those do. Back here there is that one sweet potato. I've got a few kales right along here, some nasturtiums, got some peppers kind of tucked into the corners that were just leftovers I didn't know what to do with. Okay, still got our mess on the table. I've composted a lot of the seedlings, extra seedlings. I did save some of the dative flowers I'm going to put out and around. I've got some butterfly milkweed, some wild daisy, purple coneflowers. I've started some Mexican sunflowers here and balloon flowers. Down here, last video I was talking about just shaving right across the top of that lettuce and seeing if it's going to come back or not, so I knew how to plant next year. And it looks pretty scraggly. We're going to have to see if that comes back a little better before we decide what we're doing next year. Okay, in here we've just got a little bit of ground cover. We've got a patty pan squash, I think, here. Male flowers. Or no, actually I think this is the gray zucchini. And then this is the Black Beauty zucchini. Down here I've started some lemon balm with a couple of candy cane zinnias. Got some sage started down there. It hasn't germinated yet. This is the other of the Costa Romanesca. You can see how big it is and why I didn't want to try to have two of those in the same tub. Got a lot of blossom. Got one fasciated blossom right there. This is a patty pan. This is the smaller ground cherries. Looking pretty good. I might have to thin that down to one. We'll see. Okay, back there I think that's a sunflower. some kind of winter squash. I don't know what that is. It could be a sweetmeat, a dumpling, or a honey nut. Okay, more ground cover. You see I've got the beans over the trellis. I did trim down that trellis this week. Glory hallelujah. And here's my, the sad remains of my bird feeder. I don't know how big the raccoon was that pulled this down. I'm going to have to take it all down and totally redo it, straighten the pipe out, and set it back up. Okay, that's Blauhild beans on the back there, and I've got several different kinds of cucumbers coming up here. I've got the English cucumbers, I've got National Pickling, and what's that last one? It is Armenian Yardlong. Okay, down here, I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a Moon and Stars melon. Well, there were two. Raccoons and squirrels took one out. Got my onions. This is going to be a pot of marigolds, and I did find one nice Mexican sunflower that I put in there. We'll see. It's already looking pretty healthy. Pretty happy with that. This is kind of a hodgepodge. I've got a jalapeno, a ground cherry, a big red, and another one. I don't know what that last one is. The raccoons have been in here a couple of times. This is the rosemary that I started from seed in February. Looking pretty good. They grow slow, so I'm very happy with that. I just transplanted it into this pot yesterday. So we'll see how that does. Okay. Our morning glories are still looking pretty bad. I've pulled some of those out along the back. I'll show you, but I'm going to go ahead and pull these out, I think, and put maybe navy beans, something that'll grow fast and cover a lot of space. Okay. Catmint, still doing very well. I cut down my store-bought rosemary. He's looking a little sad, always looks sad. I'm hoping that'll rejuvenate him. A couple of sugar baby watermelons back here. Yeah, you can see where the squirrels have been burying the sunflower seeds down in the flowers. Alright, let's see. I took out the turnips and I spotted in asparagus here and there, mostly along the back. I don't remember what that is. Some kind of flower. Some kind of squash. That's an okra. The okra in this bed don't seem to be doing well at all. There's another one. And then there's another one back there. I don't know what the deal is here. Maybe they stayed in the cups too long before I transplanted them, but I've gone ahead and started some new ones in one of the tubs. A lot of little ground covers. When I cut back the store-bought rosemary, I popped them in the ground. We'll see if they take off. That's a ground cherry. And another ground cherry. Flowers and squash. This is a last year's cherry tomato. This one survived the storm pretty good. Not too bad. This is my tub of parsnips and the one eggplant we have that's still going. Not growing fast, but still plugging along. Okay, now over here, I don't know if it was raccoons, squirrels, or the storm, but that may not be savable. I will tape it up. I'm going to tie up all the tomatoes today. I will tape that up and try to get it well supported and see if it keeps going or not. Tomatoes are pretty tough. That is it's a Castelluto Genovese. Okay, down here, that's cinnamon basil, looking so healthy. Okay. There's another tomato. This one is a bumblebee. Another squash. Boy, I just went nuts popping those squash in everywhere. It's kind of a mix of winter squash and then the 8-ball zucchini. Yeah, I don't know what's what. There might be some patty pan in here. Okay. Some nasturtiums. A couple of basils down in there. Okay, nothing is snapped on this guy, but he is laying over. He'll look better once I get him staked up. This is one of my delicious. Down here, these are poblano peppers. Of all the peppers that I started too early, these are the healthiest. This one especially has taken off. Back here is a sugar baby watermelon. A couple of dino kales. I've been pulling a couple of caterpillars off of these the last few days and feeding it to Teddy. Feeding them to Teddy. He doesn't want the squash, he wants the caterpillars. I don't see any today. You can see they did a bit of damage. A couple more days I'll trim those leaves off so we can keep an eye on whether more damage happens. There's that delicious. Here's a Brad's also laying down, but I don't see anything broken. He just needs to be supported. Pretty little variegated nasturtium back there. Another random squash. There's my parsley. Nice little parsley plant. This is some more parsnips. Boy, I hope I'm in the mood for parsnips next fall. I don't remember what kind of peppers those are. They were probably just a couple of leftovers. And then there's another ground cherry, another leftover. I may just pull all of those out and put something in here. Lots of little ground covers. A couple of flowers for the corner. There is my chamomile. I just pulled off 5 or 6 flowers yesterday, but you can see it's getting ready to bloom again. Lots of little buds coming up. Can't wait for my tea. Okay, that is a big old marigold plant. Lots of branches. Got some nasturtiums. One of my 2, there's the other one, beautiful dill. Okay, down here is burgundy okra. I just put that in maybe 4 or 5 days ago. And in this tub, I believe that's a coneflower. This is green okra and more parsley. Lots of these little things coming up in a lot of tubs. It's possible I was flinging around some alyssum, or it's possible something blew in some weeds. We're just going to watch it and see what those turn into. Okay, turtle shell. See lots of asparagus throughout this whole back area. Okay, orange mint. The big ones are lime, basil. The little ones are holy basil. Okay, this is the frog peppers. You can see the habaneros have come up. Poblanos. There's one jalapeno right there. And I haven't seen any big red yet. Well, these other things are more of those little ones that may or may not be alyssum. Okay, back here is a little patch of corn, a couple of squash plants. Got a little Two Sisters vibe going on back here. There's my lavender. One of them is bloomed. I can't remember which one's which. Let's see, this one with the bloom is Super Blue. The shorter one is Munstead. Got my lemon balm. Okay. The big ones are Tulsi. think that little one is lime. No, that's holy basil. That little one's a lime though, pretty sure. Okay, got nothing in here except this broccoli rabe, which has gone to seed, waiting for the pods to dry. That way I can collect them for next year. Everything there is just empty space. There's spearmint.